There has never been a story about lawn darts that didn't eventually lead to someone getting hit with a lawn dart.
Yeah.
I have never personally witnessed anyone get hit with a
What
lawn
other
dart.
story would you tell about a lawn dart if it wasn't about somebody getting hit with a lawn dart?
I haven't heard many lawn dart stories, to be fair.
One time I threw a lawn dart
Oh,
and hit the
wow.
lawn.
No,
Oh,
considering
boy.
I'm the only one of us that's old enough to remember when they were legal. How many stories are you going to hear?
The people who were old enough probably, because of the lawn darts, have some memory issues related to times involving lawn
We
darts.
used to play with someone who got hit in the head with a lawn dart.
Yep.
Yeah, the only person I knew that ever got hit in the head with a dart was the little boy that lived down the street, and his older brother whacked him in the side of the head with the dart. He came walking down the street, with the dart sticking out of his skull.
Goodness.
Yeah, it was a good day.
That's why they only do 1d4 damage. You can't kill a child with that.
Hello and welcome to session 74 of Lawn Darts of Kiriak.
All the dreamers are gone. We had to switch to lawn darts.
Hey now.
This new every weapon in this game is D4 damage.
You just throw them really hard at the sky and hope you hit God.
This is a filler episode where we exclusively play backyard games.
Yeah, the microphone is going to stay in here, but we'll leave the windows open. Just have to listen really hard at all the fun we're having.
In pain.
My landlord was telling me today they used to have a little roller coaster in the backyard. I'm not entirely sure what that was about, but it sounded interesting. So when we last left the characters, they had just gotten through one of my fever dreams. There was very little coherent between any of the elements involved, but I'm glad that the week that I was sick was productive for somebody. There was
Different from normal.
It took you how many episodes to stop calling us heroes, though?
yeah.
70?
There's like if you're a hero, it implies there are like civilians that you're protecting, and there just aren't any left.
We knew this way ahead of you.
Yeah, but now it's physically impossible to be protecting anybody because they're just all gone. So that's the dividing line for me.
Well, good. That means we've failed and the world has collapsed completely.
We may be the antagonists of this planet.
Maybe there's
Well, we've been the antagonists.
plenty of there's civilians left in the dreaming. I think.
Antagonist implies that there are protagonists.
I think there have been, and then you killed them
The
all
butler.
potentially.
The butler is the true hero of the story.
The butler in the last episode was I forgot that he was a sword, so he was for a split second he was a butler again, and then I was reminded that he was a sword, so then he was a sword again. The noose was already around his neck by that time, and he was dragged away and turned into a flail, which was a perfect disguise that nobody saw through. It was brilliant.
I mean, I called it in the exact beginning. You mentioned it the first time I saw it. I also like that I forgot the butler was a sword at that point. It peaked the
Also, there were multiple butlers, I think, right? This was just one butler? Or did they fuse?
I think there was there were multiple aspects of the butler.
Right.
Sort of, but they're separate people, but not really. And they're collectively the dream of the Wanderer, who is trapped in some tower somewhere in the waking world. He's not really wandering at the moment. He's more like the prisoner at this point.
It's a pretty narrow hive mind if it's just two dudes.
So
Yeah.
that means we're going to end up killing him, too.
I mean, there might be more of him. He's just not aware, because he wasn't aware until very recently that there were multiple of him.
So now we track down the sword aspect and the flail aspect.
Yes.
Which were the same guy.
Which were the same guy.
It's-
They're all separate people, but
Well,
not
there's
really.
also the grass aspect.
The grass was
Right.
the child of the flail, and it is now infinite.
And he lives in me.
He
On
lives
me.
a little bit in you. He lives a lot of bit in the infinite flask that Pimran has.
Yes.
Uh,
It's got soup in it.
Seeking nothing but violence.
yeah, he was seeking nothing but violence. There was winter and death and violence and revenge and lots of things, but
Just splash it on somebody. Grass just starts growing out of their flesh. They start screaming and die.
the potion maker is deceased though.
I ate him.
Yeah. And
And then I burned him.
Yeah, you stuck him in your lamp. It wasn't fun for him.
He didn't seem to mind.
Just his existence isn't fun for him, so that was just part of his
He was just like,
existence.
oh no.
Yeah, more or less. And apparently that realm that he was in was a little slice of land that was given to him by one or more of the Lords Neverborn. And it probably doesn't have anything left in it at the moment. Maybe like some birds, some squirrels, maybe a few. But you all are back just in the hall now with the butler, who has a sword and does not have a noose around his neck.
We should get him a tie.
You could get him a tie. You probably have lots of things to make a tie with. Would you like to make him a tie?
Did we still have the entrails that were wrapped around the bear?
Presumably, they're still wrapped around Asher.
I don't even remember what you're talking about, but I believe that it happened.
He pulled nooses out of the roof and entrails came with
Oh yeah, that.
meat.
I thought you were talking about the mayor from long ago, who was the horse guy.
Bear.
The bear. There we go. Yeah, my ears aren't working. No, the entrails.
His beard is in the way.
Probably yes. The entrails are not here anymore. They are no longer with us. They dissolved.
It's kind of a cool
There
accessory.
goes Asher's lunch.
They became infinite.
Yes.
I think she stopped being a bear so she could pour grass on her.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
True.
So you have finished your long rest, and the butler says, "Now that has been taken care of, I think I have the capacity to bring you to Zero, Lord Neverborn. He was the origin of all of them, I believe. Would you like to go?
Yes, and hopefully he's sane.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I wouldn't count on it.
Alright, we should decide before we go in this time. Are we talking or are we fighting?
We've tried talking every time.
Yeah, but this time I think we should
Yeah,
skip
but
that
you
process.
usually want to sit there and talk and romance them first.
We just gotta pick one or the other first, and then we all stick with that this time. Until the plans need to change, but at least we're going with the same idea.
We're just trying to get them to not spill out and eat humanity when the gods come back.
Yeah, is that talking or fighting?
If they would just agree to it instead of going, aha, I'm somehow
sounds
more
like
powerful than you. This is so
Which one of them
stupid.
hasn't lied to us so far?
These ones we've been meeting haven't been lying. They've just been pompously assuming they could kill us from the get-go.
So we try talking, but they attack first.
Yes, that's what keeps happening.
Okay. We could do that again, yeah. That's fine.
I mean, it's not like it's a detriment to us. They're not really capable of even harming us in the slightest bit. So,
Cat's
Yes,
going
I'm
for
fine.
whatever is in that bag, just so you know.
It's jelly beans.
I kidding.
He craves the gelatin.
They're not chicken based.
you will not withstand the beating.
I would expect talking will not work. It's not worked any other time.
I'm aware, but it would be very awful if the one time it would ever work we didn't try it, and it would also be exactly my luck.
Yes.
See, but you wouldn't know, so how would you care?
I'm sure their final words would be, I just wanted to talk or some bullshit. So,
Why?
Haven't known why since left the village. I think.
Yeah.
Well, there's a world to be saving, I think. Otherwise, we don't have much of a place to stay in.
That is a good point. Oh shit, what are your thoughts?
On what?
yeah, there you
I
go.
wasn't listening. I was short resting. I was long
And
resting.
there they are.
Get dice.
Aren't you supposed to
I
be
realized I was-
establishing shrines?
I realized I was
cults
almost
or
dead.
something?
People are talking about
Can't have a cult if nobody's left.
People are talking about method of approach for before you go into the spooky portal that's probably about to get summoned.
Who's summoning a spooky portal?
The butler is
Why would he do that?
probably. That's kind of what he's been doing for the
I think
last
we
several
just-
sessions.
Oh, you need to move up the tower. We can't know what's in there, so how are we supposed to prepare for it?
It's Zero Lord Neverborn. I just said that.
Yeah, but are we talking or are we fighting?
We're talking.
I assume
There
he's
aren't
going
any
to
Lord
talk.
Neverborns left.
I guess there's 0 left.
There are infinite remaining. We
okay.
are very close to the source.
He's gonna talk. It's not gonna work, and then we're gonna fight.
Well, thank you for the recap.
I mean,
Business as usual then, okay. I just want to make sure we don't want to change that.
but he's definitely gonna try to talk.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he can go first.
So we'll all hold back while he goes first.
Yeah, it's only
There's
respectful.
no, there's no
that makes
point,
sense.
because he's just gonna tell me I'm stupid for wanting to fight them.
You don't want to be impolite.
And then eventually I'm gonna end up fighting them.
We'll probably end up fighting. Yeah.
Then I am opening the door.
Is there anybody we haven't fought? Since like Sigmund back at the village tavern?
Some people died off screen.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think we did technically try to fight the butler at one point.
You haven't fought all of your employees, only some of them.
And you've lost almost all the orphans someplace, right?
I guess you
Yeah, but not
technically didn't
because I followed
fight.
them.
I don't know if you fought any of the orphans.
The orphans, the soldiers, the sailors, anyone we don't fight also just dies.
We
So
didn't fight Risa or whatever the goddess's name is.
That is true.
I don't think.
Yes, I do not
Oh,
believe
yeah.
No,
you
you
fought
mean
her.
his latest romance?
Yeah.
Oh, Nine fought her actually immediately after
Oh,
she
right.
came through.
True.
That's a him more than a we,
It
I
was a
think.
very quick stalemate.
Yes.
Both smacked each other once and said,
We're not getting anywhere here.
yeah, but it was against the gods, so
Yeah.
I feel like it was very humbling for them.
"Yeah,
Because I'm not even important. I'm just some guy.
yeah." You smacked them. They're like, "A mortal smacked me," and you were like, "They didn't just pass out. They actually survived one slap." Whoa.
The butler squints his little engraved eyes, which are on the engraved pommel of the butler's sword.
I keep forgetting it's his sword.
I have to keep reminding myself, that's why I say it. And a little, what looks like a soap bubble appears in the air. It starts tiny, as tiny as a little pigeon bee, and it grows. And as it grows, it becomes less transparent. The sides become shinier, and you realize that what you at first think is a reflection of the chamber around you is actually a kind of vision into another room. A room that is lots of dark, oily wood and a crackling, roaring fire in a stone fireplace. There is a rocking chair pulled up to it. Its back is to you. There is somebody rocking in it. Cat, hi.
And they just rocket.
They are rocking. They are rocking out.
We get in there and it's just Zeppelin.
You hear no sound through the bubble that is now about the size of like a couple elephant skulls put together, I guess.
Is that large enough for a very large man on a horse?
No.
Well, then I will wait.
It stays at that size.
Son of a bitch.
How big did you say it was?
It's probably about yay-ish. It's
Yay.
pretty big.
Yeah.
Trying to walk horse.
It's big enough that like a halfling could probably fit in it. I don't think anybody else probably could. Just
Horse has to tuck wings in, get really loud, just shimmy.
I think elephant skulls are bigger than you think they are.
it depends on the elephant.
I mean,
could be-
were you talking like miniature elephants?
It could be a baby elephant.
Okay.
It could be a baby Indian elephant.
3 baby miniature elephants.
Yes.
Large. Perfect.
Its growth was stunted. It didn't have enough nutrition.
Why can't you just do it in feet?
Like I'm,
Because
It's in yayish. Do you
D&D
not
doesn't
understand
use
this?
that system of measurement.
I do not understand the system of measurement. I'm sorry.
I don't think you understand many systems of measurement.
No.
How many
I do
eggs
not.
would fit in it?
I don't know.
How about instead of feet in length, it's human hands in length? You know, just
A good 30, at least. Depends on the hand.
We could
The
measure
moment
9
that-
tails.
30 is a lot.
It's a big halfling. Okay?
The last time I tried to just... Do you not like black licorice? I'm sorry.
No, I
for
freaking
you.
love them.
Oh,
That's why I'm
excellent.
saving it for last.
You saved them for last, and that is what you should do.
That's what I should do.
So the last,
You were checking
yes,
what I said.
when
Fucking interrupting your own train of thought with jelly beans.
I interrupted my train of thought, interrupting itself, because I remembered I was just talking about measurement, but that was interrupting. No, thank you. That was interrupting the bubble, and the horse's nose touches the bubble, and you're immediately slurped into the bubble completely. The size of it did not matter.
Right. I'm glad we had these several tangents.
Yeah, as am I. It desperately gives me time to think. So the rest of you see them get slurped in, and then you see an Ein on the horse inside the bubble, behind the rocking
How
chair.
do you think while you're babbling nonsense at the same time?
They're
It's a pretty
two
impressive-
completely different processes.
That's
They're
pretty
not
good.
connected at all.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
thinks and what
he
he's-
may as well have
nothing to
time
do
to
with
talk.
each other.
Whatever he says isn't going to matter to us anyway.
So wait until we see him get attacked, and then we go in.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or wait for a dramatic moment to enter right when he says something threatening. Like, yeah, right, right back in.
Well, he's going to strike a deal. There's going to be a contract. When once the contract is signed, then we can go in.
I've
So are we
only
just
started one
waiting?
contract.
I'm fine with just.
Well, we're just watching him. He's over
Now,
there now.
from your perspective,
We can still see him in there, right? Like,
yes,
okay.
you can see him. And from your perspective, there's just a membrane of glass that you pass through. And then suddenly it's very warm, but you cannot smell a single thing. You went from the nice, delicious sort of cedarwood smell of the weirdly chess box-like place you were in, to this place that's like a nice little sitting room with a roaring fire, in which there is not a shred of scent to it. There is somebody rocking in a rocking chair in front of you, but there is no sound to the creaking of the rocking chair or the crackle of the flames on the hearth.
Can I speak?
Yes.
So,
Hello. I have been expecting you.
you and
How many
everybody
times
else.
have you heard that recently?
A lot.
Yes. How many of the Lords Neverborn have you disposed of on your path to the inevitable? Which is me, by the way, in case that wasn't clear.
I don't know, it's only been like 2 and some other guy. I wasn't really paying too much attention.
You're very efficient.
Yeah.
I had anticipated hundreds, if not thousands. But 2? That's...
It's not even like it was hard.
No, I didn't think it would be hard, but 2? I guess things are not quite as I had perceived them to be. Maybe we're not so infinite after all.
I mean, clearly not.
That's troubling. How can I help you? He is continuing to just rock in the chair, not facing you. The voice comes clearly from the back of the chair, as though he were in fact facing you, though.
So here's the deal.
Yes.
There's some crap happening with the gods coming back,
Yes, indeed.
and the gods not being there while you live.
Mm-hmm.
So with the gods back, it's going to eliminate this entire place you live in,
Yes.
and you're going to be jettisoned into the real world.
Oh, is that what they told you? I'd wondered what their theories were. I have a very different theory. My theory is that we're just all going to no longer exist. But they think that we're going to go into the real world?
I mean, in either case, you just gotta, like, not kill everybody when you get there, and I think we're good.
I don't think that will work.
And
You cannot contain an infinity within a finite space.
There's a lot of space.
Oh yes, I'm sure there's a lot of space, but it's not infinite space.
It very well might be. Like, there's space, and it just kind of goes on.
Isn't that what makes it real? It has been settled. It is what it is. There is no possibility remaining in which to twist itself into innumerable possibilities. Because that's what we are. That's what separates us from that.
I
I
think
can't imagine the two coming together would be feasible.
There's this fucking dwarf that keeps following me around. Let me tell you, nothing about that piece of shit is feasible. And all of it is just new things that shouldn't exist. And that's honestly not even the weirdest bullshit to deal with.
Well, yes, you
It's
are
just
becoming gods, correct? You're,
against our will.
yes, but that is the. It's not a bridge, really, because we're the replacement. But that's the only way that could happen. The things that are impossible becoming possible is if all of that energy is now flowing into all of you.
I mean, doesn't that mean we can just make an infinite space for you?
Are you going to?
I mean, if we can. The entire point is to not destroy everything that's already there.
All right.
This was a peace negotiation.
How do you
mission.
propose we go about that?
I don't know yet. We can figure it out, though. I mean, as far as I'm aware, my godlike powers just involve hitting other godlike enemies with a sword until they die.
You do seem good at that.
And then
You
there's this
also
other
seem
guy
good
that
at
can
that.
fish anything out of anywhere.
Oh, yes. I would like to speak with him someday.
Well, he's like right back that one. It's not.
Watching for dramatic.
He's just sitting on the horse. The rocking chair continues to rock.
Will be imminent. There's this other guy that's just kind of full of himself. I don't know if that's a god power. And then the dwarf just definitely
He's
should be
impossible to
dead.
kill, we've demonstrated.
Yes. He tanked a meteor by being really lucky.
I tanked the
Standing
meteor
in the
by
right place.
blocking it. And I didn't even get my ass kicked as a cloud.
Indeed.
What I'm saying is, if we can figure that out, that's fine. It's not like we're against you. Even though you kind of wanted to eat our souls that one time, you didn't actually do anything about it. So
Well, that had nothing to do with me. In fact, yes, I do have a favor to ask. Even if you manage to create this place for all of those who live now within the dreaming, if you could put a stop to me, so that I never become the Lord's Neverborn. It's not a very good thing that they came about, I don't think. It's a lot of the impulses of godhood, but without a lot of the opposing impulses, I suppose you could call them, that keep the gods within their domains. The gods are not supposed to be ambitious, but the Lords Neverborn are. And I'm not really sure why, because I'm not, certainly. I just want to exist. However, I'm also asking you to make me not exist. I wonder if I'm actually just a god, because I do have that sort of two-sided impulse within me, which the rest of them don't.
Well, do you rule over this whole plane and do whatever you want?
I suppose, yes.
That's God.
All I've wanted is to just sort of sit here, so I've done it.
Have you considered being born?
No, that would be a terrible thing, I think. I think that would exactly... I suppose that would be the thing that you thought was we were going to do. That would be like dumping an ocean on a pebble, I suppose.
No, I mean just like you and not
Well,
any of the other you.
Well, yes, but they emanate from me, so there would be catastrophic rippling effects.
Is that only the case because you are currently never born?
I don't know. I've never tried to not be myself. I just get the feeling it would be very bad.
I mean, I can hit you with a sword if you want me to hit you with a sword.
Oh, please do.
All
But
right.
only when you've created a contingency for the rest of those who live within the dreaming, please. Because if you were simply to kill me here and now, all of the dreaming would cease to exist, and probably every stratum of reality which touches it. I'm sort of a thumb stuck in a wall at the moment, preventing what is on the other side from seeing through or leaking out.
Did you forget the word damn?
No, of course not.
Does he look like a little Dutch boy by any chance?
That would be a dyke, then.
I was gonna make the dyke joke. but
Well,
thank you.
I avoided that, unfortunately, leading us to this consequence.
Well, go ahead and make the dyke joke.
No, I don't even want it anymore.
You're not even in the bubble.
You
You know
bet.
what I'm saying?
Offshoot just makes a dyke joke.
So how long do we give him before we go kill this thing?
I was just like, dykes.
It looked like he was reaching for a sword there for a second, but I don't think he did it. So
Well, he never does. He falls in love with every one of them.
yeah,
This fucking guy.
it's tricky to find exactly when to jump into the conversation. You know, we don't want to interrupt, but
Now, are
I
we
do have
jumping in
to
as soon as
ask.
they start fighting, or when he's
No, we're
dead?
It is-
jumping in and starting fighting probably.
It
'Cause
is-
he won't fight.
Almost certain that gods will
When
be
he
drawn
starts to run away.
to take the power of the dreaming when they become of fat enough countenance of
Doesn't that mean-
strong enough. It's sort of a word that encompasses a lot of different qualities. When they become powerful enough that they can overwhelm the otherness of the dreaming, I have to believe that the gods will try to just sip it all up. I don't want that to happen either. I want the people who have come to live here and had such much richer lives than they'll find in whatever worlds they came from to continue to live and thrive. I assure you, this is what I want above anything else. This is everything that I wish to do.
Where the
is
hell
for that
did you
end.
come from? Are you?
I don't know. I woke up here one day, and I was, and everything else just started.
Well, all the other gods got sealed away and then just kind of existed in their own little bubble. What if you were one of the gods that got sealed away and just kept growing in your bubble?
Oh, I suppose it's possible.
Because then when you come out, then you'd just be like one of the other waking gods and you could slurp up your own dimension.
And I don't want that to happen.
Okay, well, I could eat your dimension and try to like regurgitate it back into
Well,
existence.
I have to imagine the chances of that working would be very low.
That's what people keep telling me about everything that I do, and then I hit it with a sword. I'm not convinced that I can't hit the dreaming with a sword and
please-
fix everything.
I believe you could hit it with the sword. I highly doubt it would fix things. Usually killing things doesn't fix them. I have to imagine.
Yeah, and usually things have to be born to be killed, but the rules are all kinds of fucked up here.
Yes, that's fair.
Also, I can bring it back as a zombie.
Don't do that, please. I don't know what that would entail, but nothing good. The rocking chair swivels around and there's nothing in it, but it continues to rock.
That's fine, it's not even shaking me.
Will you,
the least strange thing we've seen here.
will you bring the fisherman? I do wish to speak with him about a certain fish.
Please, talk to weirder things.
Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna like pantomime fishing.
Oh, that's the signal. That's the signal. Okay, we're going in.
Off we go.
You all jump in.
Oh, do we?
If you choose to jump in,
Peppermint jumps in.
Pimrin jumps
I'm
in.
going because he just gave the signal to
Yes.
attack.
So there jumps in. Ashit.
Fine, but I'm not attacking.
Ashit hops in.
Attacking
It's a chair.
A chair is different, but
The chair menaces you silently.
All right, where is he? Who we find?
We're just talking to the chair. He wants to
Are we
talk to
still
you.
talking?
Do I see anything in the chair with the other eye?
You do not.
Okay.
Your
invisible.
special eyes see nothing
No, it's a
that your
chair.
normal eyes do
Why
not.
are you talking to a chair?
Here's a
Hello,
Does it
says
talk
the
back?
chair.
What?
chair.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the chair.
Yeah, chair wants to
I
talk to you.
am Zero, Lord Neverborn.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I heard the butler talk about you.
Yes.
Yes.
From me sprang all Neverborn. But don't worry, I do not.
But you didn't give birth to them. They just.
So if we kill you, they all die?
Yes.
Well, there we go.
Oh, that's not good.
This seems simple.
We were just having a conversation.
Don't listen to him, he's an idiot.
I warned you about this.
I will happily submit to destruction, but please,
This doesn't even sound like it's going to be fun.
please create a contingency to save the dreaming before you do.
Why?
I don't know. I think
Because I want you to.
I think your pocket dimension exists as tangentially to the dreaming. I don't know if your butler dies if it dies. Ask the butler.
I'm more concerned about the mansion. I can get there without the
Yes, the
butler.
mansion would cease to exist if the dreaming ceased to exist. As would I, seeing as how I am a dream, says the butler.
Yes, but prisoner you wouldn't cease to exist.
Oh no, but he's not me.
What
In
about
that
the
sense,
bits, what about the bits of grass?
they would also cease to exist.
Yeah, that sucks.
They are emanations
That
of
does
me.
suck.
That said, I can't say that I particularly care whether or not I am destroyed if it is what my master needs.
Can somebody here please care if they live or
So,
not?
so
You may care if you live or not.
I will care.
I will
Why
also
are we
care.
here?
We're here to kill this
We're,
guy.
we're talking. I think that's the plan.
Well, we decided we weren't talking. He was just going to talk and then we were going
Yeah.
to kill.
No, that's true, but he makes a good point though. Like, the chair makes a good point.
Thank you.
Okay,
I am whatever you wish me to be.
cool. The
I am all
chair-
things.
Couldn't
Be
we
a
just pick
lizard.
it up and throw it into the fire?
Maybe, but
You can call
then
me
the
a
dreaming would end, right? And what would that do for our world?
Yeah, remind me what
Well,
happens if
time
we
out.
destroy
We have our
the,
bodies here.
Yeah, exactly. This will not be good for us.
this place.
This is time out. We need to go back out and come
Because
back.
even though it's been a day, I feel like it's been like 3 months.
I'm pretty sure that if we destroy the entire dreaming, it won't spill out into reality.
But there was a reason we weren't just destroying it, right?
But yeah, we need, if this is going to be destroyed us, we
We
need to go
weren't
back out and come
Convinced
back in without the
dreaming
bodies.
is enemies. It's just kind of like a dam.
You stick
What?
Well,
The
the
fuck is he talking
did the
about?
gods get their power from the dreaming too? Essentially, so
Nah, when the gods went away, the dreaming spawned.
right.
They didn't get
But
their
we
powers from
Wait
it.
a minute, according to who?
Like 3 different people at this point.
We couldn't
I
destroy-
believe that's how it works, yes, says the chair.
People.
We couldn't destroy the dreaming because that would cause the gods to come back, right? That's why we weren't doing it.
Well, no, the gods are already coming back.
Why?
Yeah, but that would cause them to come
But why
back.
do we care if they come back?
Well, we don't now, but
Oh,
we
okay.
did.
I don't think anybody told you that killing the dreaming would make the gods come back.
I don't think we ever had the option to kill the
I think
dreaming
that is
before this moment.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay, well, if we're going to kill the dreaming, we definitely need to get back out and come back in without our bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be a bad
well,
thing
I'm
to kill
not.
the dreaming.
You would. You're with
You would
my-
likely die if you killed the dreaming while you were here with your bodies,
So,
yes.
so what do we need to make sure the dreaming lives on past your own death?
Well, I can't say that I know. Isn't that what your expertise is? You are becoming gods after all.
The whole dreaming would die, or just
We
the
have expertise
Nevermore?
in killing things,
Now, what I would...
not safeguarding.
My desire is you kill me, which will kill the Neverborn, but you find a way to not kill the dreaming before you do.
Yeah,
What
there's
if we
more
scoop
people
up
than
this
just
and
Why would killing the Nevermore?
Oh, would that work?
I don't know. It's worth a
It might
shot.
cascade. The dreaming's gonna die anyway with the gods waking up.
Oh.
So what we're trying to do is
Well, I hope
find a
not.
way to- what we're trying to do is sort of catch it before it destroys and just kind of like shove it somewhere else so that instead of getting wiped out, it's just somewhere else.
Oh, sorry, cat.
Oh, poor kitty.
If we can just
Catch it in what?
another pocket dimension,
Our infinity.
So we need to
gauntlet.
put the dreaming in the mansion.
something bigger.
Isn't the mansion like infinite, like the area it's in?
No.
No.
It can do infinite things within its space. We need an infinite space.
This infinite chalice of holy tears has never failed us for infinitely replicating booze. I don't know.
I don't think it can hold things. I think it just makes more things, which is more infinite, which would be a problem.
We need to put things into it to get things out.
Right.
Yeah, it just duplicates, so that's more infinity.
Well, that's fine. So we just put some of the dreaming inside the chalice, kill this place, and then we just make a new dreaming.
Inside somewhere safe.
Yeah. Is it like?
You may not be too far off there.
Is it this dreaming you care about, or is it having a dreaming?
It's mostly the people in the dreaming, I
Oh, okay.
suppose, and
That's so tricky.
the lives and homes they have built for themselves.
So we take all the people in the dreaming and put them in the mansion.
What is the population of the dreaming?
Infinite.
Infinite.
That's stupid.
No, I don't care about these people in the dreaming.
What?
We didn't even know there were people in the dreaming until fairly recently, so what the hell difference do they make?
You said that you've never had a dream before.
Yeah, they are a dream, big deal.
Actually, you are an elf, so have you ever had a
Probably not.
natural dream before?
The only dreamer of Kiriak is
The blackout drunk.
There are no more dreamers.
I have never blackout drunks.
You're right. You're just
elves
elven
become stare at the wall
meditating,
drunk.
blacked out.
I'm just in a constant state.
The 1,000 milliliter stare.
I don't know. I guess we could ask that goddess that's waking up. They know more about being a god than us.
Yeah, but they also never know anything and can never do anything.
Oh, his girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an unexhausted possibility.
Last time we talked to her, she was fighting a guy who was a gun.
How do we talk to her again? Just like, oh God,
We have a
hear my
bell
thoughts.
that
You do have a
summons her.
bell.
Oh, we do have a bell.
I have a bell.
Yeah, but we can just pray. You just asked for a bell for no reason and confused them greatly.
I think the bell was a yank us out bell.
Ah.
I'm gonna try to talk to the goddess.
Oh, are you trying to get a
Why is
line
he
out?
always talking?
Yeah.
Oh, I will allow
He likes
this.
to hear himself speak.
You pray to the
He's
goddess,
the only one that will listen.
and the goddess responds, "Yes, what is it?"
Hi, we need to find a way to create another infinite space to hold the dreaming for when it gets wiped out.
What? It's not real.
We're currently
did not-
idiot. What the?
This was not part of our agreement. We agreed that care would be taken to give the inhabitants of this world good lives. You're asking for far more than we agreed to.
I'm not asking for things from you, I'm asking for advice on how to do it myself.
Oh. I can't say that I know. It's
Told
not
you.
really my domain.
Is there a god that. Wow,
Oh,
what the
frick.
fuck? Jesus, God, fuck. Okay, great.
Sorry about that.
Fucking light's working too well.
Why
Gotta
do
turn
you
it
have a loose light bulb and why did it tighten all that?
You've
Don't
never,
worry about it.
you've never noticed him playing with the light bulbs before.
I think I
I never
usually do it
noticed to
before
do
people
that
do.
before.
Gotcha.
Well, no, it's never suddenly come on before.
fucking.
The goddess, she's here.
She's the goddess in this room with us right now.
Had that happened like 20 seconds earlier, it would have been remarkable.
Is there a god of perpetuating subspace?
No,
What the hell is perpetuating substance?
I have no idea.
I don't understand
What
90%
that
of the
would
time
be.
he talks.
If you want to become that, you're free to. Start dominating space.
Just read about it.
Set yourself to it, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah?
what's step one of
Have
that?
you met him?
Well, she's only talking to 9 at the moment, unless somebody else actively starts to pray to join in on the prayer.
God, no. That's
It's a conference prayer.
Yeah.
All I've been doing is hitting people. I haven't been trying to like develop god powers in any kind of specific direction. So
Well, find a manifestation of the dreaming
In
and
it.
fight it and force it to do your will.
I mean, I think it's cooperating with my will already.
Well, I can't give you any more advice then.
He's the one asking for it. I'm not listening.
All right, great. Good talk.
What if we ask the chair?
Yeah, hey chair, I think I need to
Yes?
eat you.
Oh!
What if we ask the chair to get in the cup of infinity?
He's already infinite. It's just not working out.
You
for
did
him.
mention eating me, and then you
well,
said you
do
were
we
going
need
to...
the entire chair or just a piece of it?
I don't know. I'm kind of hungry.
You mentioned eating me and then vomiting me up earlier. If that's still your intention, I just have a very bad feeling about that.
You just want a sliver of it?
Well, I'm not gonna vomit you anymore. I'm just gonna keep you.
We
Okay.
need like parts of each of
You gotta make a
Oh.
fishing pole out of him.
So I'm pretty sure the dreaming is being perpetuated almost entirely by you.
That does seem likely.
So if I just eat you, then I'm perpetuating the dreaming.
Oh, but then wouldn't all
Don't be eating the whole damn thing. We need
No, just the
part.
guy.
wouldn't all the
It's a
lords
chair.
neverborn then emanate from you? Wouldn't that
What guy?
if
Chair guy.
it is just he is the chairman.
Listen, we saw some weird fucking aliens before we even went to the dreaming, where they were ostriches, whatever the fuck those are. So,
I don't know
guy
what those
who
are.
is chair is
Does he not know what an ostrich is?
But then does not exist in the dreaming.
There are many
No, I'm
things that
talking about
exist in the
him.
dreaming that I don't know about.
He knows what an ostrich is.
So, if you were to become me, then wouldn't all the Lords Neverborn emanate from you? And then wouldn't we still have problems?
Yeah, but then we just kill him. Finally.
Nah, because
Then the dreaming would end.
But then the dreaming would end. That is what I wish to avoid.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
also-
what he's saying.
a god ever increasing in power, I think I can maybe
Now
just
he's a
stabilize the whole deal.
I suppose.
Because I'm born.
Oh,
He thinks he's a god.
So
What if-
if
might
you're
that end everything?
Or unend everything. My whole thing is not ending, so
so if you're born, then the Neverborn would cease to exist.
I've already been born. That's the whole
No,
theory.
like if they're emanating from somebody who is born, then they cease to exist.
I think they would all become born themselves on the earth and probably drown it in undulating flesh
That's
and
probably not
misery.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Though your world would become a world of the born. They would have a different name, I'm sure, but because they aren't what that would be, I don't know what it would be.
Last time we saw one of these guys get born, there was a lot of flesh involved.
Yeah, but they stole that from the people that already existed.
I don't think that would be necessary.
By our world, do you mean like our plane of existence or our planet specifically?
I don't know the difference between what those are.
Because we can cause you to be born and
A
shape you to look
plane
different.
or a planette, like a little plane?
Yes.
I don't know.
Christ.
Is a planette like what has been given to the thing that had taken your minion? Because that's not very big.
No.
Okay.
It's like a big flat circle, because
Yes.
it's a plane.
Oh yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of them out, kind of arranged around each other, out in this place we call space.
Yeah, you know what the sky is?
No.
Well, see, there's the problem. Dude
Yeah, that
doesn't
makes
know
sense,
what
okay.
reality. Don't worry about it.
It's a boring thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you agree that eating me is your best option, I can accommodate. Do you have no other? Hi, Cat. Do you have no other
I
ideas?
think we need to put part of him in that chalice in case this eating thing doesn't work. And we can spit out another chair.
Does the
How do you
chalice
feel
work
about
that way?
being separate but infinite? I guess that's.
I
kinda
think
like-
I am.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to deal, isn't it?
Yes. If I were to split myself, there would simply be 0 and then another number.
Well,
as
here's
has
a
happened
thought.
infinite times so far.
How many days we gotta sit here while he gnaws on wood?
Oh, I don't have to be wood.
I can eat him pretty quick. I'm good at eating. Anyway,
The room
gravy.
disappears
You're
around
good at
you.
eating gravy.
You are in
That's
a
good.
you're in a black void now, and there is a shining cookie in the middle of all of you, just hovering in the air.
That's what the sky's like, sort of.
Oh,
Are
I
you
see.
Are you a cookie?
I am now. Yes, I am an edible substance.
Does the cookie like bob when it
It
talks?
does.
so
It's chocolate chips twinkle.
how much you know about this chalice?
There's
Nothing.
not enough alcohol for today.
Because this chalice does what you do.
I
I
see.
like how we're gonna avoid any
But
turning
it's
into a cookie
contained.
So its
conversation.
power comes from one of the gods, then.
I don't know. I
That
think
would be
yeah.
the way to
This whole
do whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, but it's contained. It doesn't just infinitely spill out. You have to like actively try to retrieve things from it.
I see.
So that's like what.
So
you
that
do,
is a
except-
playnet.
No, shut up. Listen,
Okay.
if I can tap into that magic, I should be able to
We
just do that with
We
all
want
of the
him having
Neverborn.
ability to tap into magic.
I mean, if it works,
But it's him.
he'll just try to talk to everything. It'll be fine.
Listen, charisma is my casting modifier, so being a talking guy. If I can just do that, then all of the Neverborn that are trying to spawn off me will be contained.
If you say so. I can't think of a reason why it would work, or why it wouldn't work.
Listen, you're not giving me a lot to work with the whole keeping you happy thing.
No.
Yeah, see, so there's a lot of people in the dreaming, right?
Yes.
And it would suck for all those people to not have a place to be.
Correct.
So ultimately, here we got some difficult choices to make.
Why do we care about these people?
Your
Well,
bot
if
was
they're still
one.
people, then like they're people.
They are people. They are my people, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, we can protect the dreaming
At
by.
what point have we given a rat's ass what happened to the towns full of people that we've caused chaos among?
Well, we're talking about an infinite number of people at this point. That's quite a few.
It is several.
I've tried to save every fucking town we come to. You're the asshole that keeps messing everything up.
Yeah, I tried to start a fucking riot in that one town when I thought they were drugging people and taking them away.
Dude, all I want to do is make money off these fools.
Well, you can't make money off them if they don't exist.
Well, yeah, but I'm not making money off them now.
But we could.
You
Can we somehow get
Don't
a
worry.
place where they can come out of here to the casino?
is he aware that?
Don't.
Okay.
Well, we just send him to another plane of existence.
I have no idea.
Because
I
it's-
don't know what the hell we're doing anymore.
How many planes of existence are infinite?
I mean, it
Who
doesn't.
would
I
know?
think it's the other way around. I think infinity contains planes of existence.
How many planes you got here?
Okay, so
I think just the one.
if infinity contains the planes of existence, and
Yes.
this plane's currently leaking into our plane,
Yes.
what if we just go poke a hole somewhere else so it all leaks out into infinity?
I hadn't thought of that.
It makes like a new plane somewhere else.
Just into the space between the
That's-
planes.
Yeah.
Might
So you can
work.
poke another hole, you know?
So what happens if we go back to the... Well, you weren't there. You weren't there and you weren't there. Anyway, there's this place where there's another portal that this spidery thing went through.
Yes.
What happens if we go and open the portal to the dreaming in that portal?
I don't know. I feel like it.
Forgetting you all weren't there.
I feel like it might be worth more of a shot than just eating me.
I'm not eating you.
He is.
Okay.
I'll kill you, but I ain't eating you.
This is wasteful.
So I guess the question is, how do we poke a hole in a plane?
But we can't
Perhaps-
just like send him to another plane of existence so he's not a problem anymore.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay,
Oh, can you simply do that?
I can do that.
What sort of plane are you thinking? It would need to be very large. Large enough to contain infinity itself.
So just send him someplace.
I mean, there's like 30 of them.
Oh my. That's a small number.
It's not counting pocket dimensions. That's one's as big as mine.
Oh.
If not bigger. I don't think physical space exists in any of them.
Oh, that might be good.
What the hell is he talking about?
I got an education.
You know
Hey,
what?
can you give me a
A
history
lot of
check,
things.
actually?
You want it? What?
History check, please.
Or.
You remember that there are other planes. You remember the number 30. You definitely remember the number 30. Everything you just said is what you said. It may not be correct. But you're confident in it.
Maybe like 7 with the plane of fire. Everyone knows the elemental ones.
Oh, fire? There's fire in the dreaming too. How does that work?
It's infinite fire.
Oh, there's infinite fire in the dreaming too. How does that work?
Well, I think the fire one is nothing but fire.
Oh, that's different.
So now he's trying to tell me that like a campfire is another plane?
Yes.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know much about that.
I don't know what to tell this time.
So how?
So if we put him in that fire there, that sends him to the plane of fire?
Fire's gone. And no, there's fire other places also.
So how
Well,
would
yeah, I
you
know.
go
Fire's all
about
over the
this? Sending us through a hole to another place.
First, we need to poke a hole, I think.
Oh yeah, how would you poke it? Do you
I
think?
don't know.
I don't know, you fished in the astral sea and that pulled up a guy from I don't know where.
That's true.
Oh yes, I did want to ask about that. There's a fish who's been bothering me ever since I gained consciousnness. She was a beautiful, glorious fish, but she just won't leave me alone. She keeps laughing at me and asking me riddles. And she has come to me a few times and showed me a painting of you.
Oh,
You seem smaller in the
yeah,
painting.
Yeah, a mutual friend, of course. Yeah.
And she said if I saw you, that I should ask you to fish her up within a golden pool.
Oh.
And I said it was very unlikely that I would ever see you, seeing as how I thought you were painting at the time.
Well, she's the one that gave me that vision that the chosen one was going to die and that we need to find a new one. So maybe she knows other things too.
Hey, you make a golden pool.
Oh yes, I can make a golden pool.
Well, fucking
I could
do it.
become a golden pool.
Don't be the golden pool. That'll be weird.
He becomes a golden pool at your feet.
I go fishing.
Oh, what an odd sensation! I am glad that we're doing this. Oh dear.
It's what I do.
Feel like I should watch this.
Can you
Just hover above the pool with my fishing rod.
can you give me a dexterity check with proficiency?
Yes. 21, I believe. Yes, 21.
You cast your line. You feel your line sinking very deeply. You see only like a couple inches of water, and then the bottom of this pool is just a sand that is grains of the tiniest gold. But your line sinks deep into what seems to be the sand, but you feel it sinking into water. Your line is let out more and more. And after quite a long time, you feel a bite. You draw back on your line.
I need some help here.
You do a fishing. I don't know fishing terminology, but you do a fishing. And
You say I need help, and I just football tag.
That's not good. Oh, thanks.
And you indeed reel in the glorious golden fish who you have spoken with now several times, who did indeed tell you about the Chosen One previously.
Oh, there she is. That's the fish.
Are you a warlock? What the fuck?
What's a warlock?
I don't know. What the hell are you?
So you came to find us because you were talking to a fish.
Yeah, in a dream.
I don't know why that's surprising to you. It's like
The
the
fish
whole
told me
thing you do.
about the chosen one.
Okay.
Greetings, my
You
servants.
kind of
says the
gotten
fish.
off that course, by the way.
Yeah,
We haven't been looking for the chosen one too much.
that's true.
Yeah, but he's been looking for the chosen one nonstop everywhere we go for no
I
reason.
keep asking about the music, but no one can really. Is the chosen one thing still a thing? So
Oh, I had forgotten about that.
yeah, we kind of did too.
I was dearly searching for somebody who would bring chaos to the shore. That happened of its own accord.
Yeah, that kind of did happen. So we got the situation where we need like the ability to drain this whole plane out
Yes.
into the nothingness.
Yes, I foresaw a day like this would come. I foresaw many other things. Most of them did not come to pass, but this one did, and I foresaw it. Yes. I know of such a hole. I can provide such a hole. I do not know what is on the other side of it. It would be a glorious adventure to see what is on the other side of it, would it not? I can't imagine that anything that goes through will remain in the state that it is in when it starts.
Well, it's probably better than it all just ending.
Oh, yes. It is always better for things to change than to end.
Yeah, what do you say about that chair cookie band zero?
Does that mean that she would be coming too? Yes, says the fish.
We should send the fish first. See how that goes.
We can be together forever, my good friend, says the fish to the cookie.
It's a serious campaign.
You see, I knew this day would come. Yes, you've been saying that, says the cookie.
Oh,
I've been
I
saying
guess
that quite a
the
lot.
golden pool coalesced back into a cookie at this point.
There's a reason.
There,
why.
yes, it did. I totally didn't forget that the cookie became a golden pool. There's now just a fish and a cookie just kind of hovering in the
The
air.
cookie chair shape.
It is not. It is just
What happens
cookie
if we
shape.
kill them both?
I don't know.
Don't kill them. I want to keep listening to our DM have a
prefer not
conversation
to.
with itself as a fish and a
Not to
cookie.
kill the fish, at least.
I don't know if the fish is even relevant to whatever the hell we're doing.
I can't imagine I am, says the fish.
But the fish knows of a hole. We can drain it all through. So
Yeah, this hole wouldn't happen to have been caused by the president of magic leaving with a horse, did it?
How did you guess?
Because that was my first plan.
Ooh. So we should, yeah, that makes sense. We bring everyone there. We dump infinity through that hole and let the president of magic sort of.
I'm sure he will absolutely enjoy that we did that.
Yeah.
He thought he could be free of me forever. He was wrong.
That sounds like a good solution for everyone involved, I think.
Well, what's his face be there?
Goras?
Yeah.
He was your friend and I
Oh, the
remember
chosen
that.
one.
Oh yes, he's been not really my eyes on the inside, more like my
Horse.
Horses have eyes.
Yeah, but he can do more than just eyes. Horse can do all kinds of shit.
and my hands, my feet, my liver, and my pancreas on the
I
inside.
yeah, some of those things do tend to be on the inside.
Horses have those too.
It was my idea to make him a horse, you know.
I'm sure the chosen one would appreciate, all of the dreaming people coming over to their side too, right?
Oh my
Probably.
god, that's why he was the chosen one. So he could poke a hole in reality and be the
makes
anchor
sense.
point for us sending the dreaming through.
He's the Pied Piper.
I could have foreseen that would happen. I didn't, but I could have.
That would have been pretty great.
Somebody somewhere foresaw that.
One
Horse Goraz is just going to puke up an entire reality.
It would be delightful.
Infinitely.
Aww. Poor guy. At least he'll hear the music the entire time.
Alright, so I guess let's go to that hole. Yeah? That place.
Is that a place? We're like
Yes.
12 layers deep in metaphysicality.
It is a place, believe it or not. It's, you could call it a place, yes. I can't get us there, but I know where it is if you know somebody who can get you there.
I've been there. What was
Is it in the material plane?
Yes.
Well, then
Where's
the
the
goddess
source
should be able to
from?
take us there, and I have experience tearing open holes, so.
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, good. You also
So
have
are we
something.
gonna have to funnel the dreaming through the material plane into the hole
Was
to
that
get
in
to
the
another
real
place?
world or was that in the dream?
Maybe we can just open a dreaming portal in the hole.
See, I think I have a tool you could use for that purpose. It might require all of you to haul on it, but I have a hook, you see. The fish opens its mouth and its tiny little fish tongue sticks out, and there is a majestic barbed silver hook stuck through it. That is not the hook that Pimran used.
I'm so glad that it wasn't just put a butt chugging funnel on.
Yeah, I was thinking funnel too. Okay, so the hook. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. We will place this hook into the dreaming. I also have a line. Do not ask where I got the line, but it was made from some very powerful things that have lived in both the dreaming and the material plane. Twined together, we can drag the dreaming through the
I know you
material
said
plane.
not to ask where you got it, but was it that giant meat guy turned into string?
How did you guess? You're guessing everything.
You technically didn't ask, you guessed. You're fine. I think that passes.
He did say, was it that?
And I do believe-
I think I'm a prophet.
That's your god power. He thought you didn't have any.
See, I knew you would be my prophet.
I think
I knew each of you would be my prophets. I was right once. I was right twice. Will I be right 3 and 4 times?
I'm not your problem.
Oh, by extrapolation, yeah, I think that makes sense.
Can we send her too?
And I think so.
No.
Any of you who wish to
Making
go?
a profit of it.
What?
What?
Somebody talking about
I'm a
profit.
Nobody's
yeah.
profiting.
I'm just
Least of all
sure we can't
Would you like
let
riches?
Asha exist in the material plane, or it's not going to exist much longer.
It'll exist for a while. Shut up. It's fine.
You're biologically unsafe for reality.
Maybe a little bit.
Good elfish person.
Ashit is reality. Ashit is
Probably.
all of the realities we've passed through.
It's just combined. I have a little bit of everything.
Good elfish person, I would be happy to bestow upon you a glorious blessing of wealth, such that every time you look in your shoe or under your bed or in your cup, you will find wealth. Would you like this blessing?
No, my cup I reserve for ale.
I don't think he
Have
wants
it your
wealth.
way.
I think he wants transactional power.
I don't understand the difference.
It's
I
not
don't
about
even
having
understand the
money. It's about
question.
making money.
I don't understand the difference.
Are we killing these people or what?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Then why are we still here?
That's always safe to say.
The fish reaches inside its
Never
mouth
know.
with an elongating fin and pulls the hook free and drops it into the void, I guess? It clatters to the ground of the void.
Clatters to the void.
We'll just let you carry that. How about that?
All right. How big is the hook?
It's yay
Oh,
big.
okay.
It's large for a hook, I suppose, that compared to the ones you usually use, but it's like hand size maybe.
I'll tuck that in my backpack. So that thing's gonna hook an entire plane.
I believe so, yes. That is what I predict.
All right.
I also predict catastrophic failure, but I predict it more that it works.
Good enough for me.
I don't think that's prediction. I think that's just understanding the two options involved. Have you predicted also that it might just not do
what
anything
is the
because then you
difference?
cover all bases?
Oh no, that could never happen. I would never predict that. That would be far too boring to predict.
Like, it's literally just a silver hook that does nothing magic.
There's no such thing as a silver hook that does nothing.
Oh my god.
Even the most ordinary silver hooks catch fish.
Fuck. You got me there.
Or they can like replace hands.
Yes, that also. They can do both.
Tiny fish hook. That's Pimrin's, like, future self character.
Incredible.
Beard for no reason. And tiny
Still
fish hook.
sparkly.
Yes, and Captain Hook but a fish hook.
Okay. So I'm killing
Instead of
anything.
one big hook, he's got 5
You now
little
got a big
hooks.
fish hook.
The big fish hook.
How'd you
We're
lose your
gonna-
hand? Yeah.
We're gonna go to the place in the material plane where we can pull the whole plane through the material plane into the void.
Y'all need to divest of your bodies, though.
We're going to send the
Well, we have
dreaming
to
to
bring it back to the
Gorax.
material plane.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drag the dreaming
Yeah.
out of the dreaming through the material plane
With a
into someplace else.
To Gorax.
to Gorax. The chosen.
Does Goras know this?
I hope not. This is
Probably
funny.
not.
Yeah,
I don't think he knows much of anything right now. He's a
maybe,
horse.
Maybe the musical tone.
Hey, my horse knows an awful lot.
That's not a horse.
I mean, that's correct.
It's
but
pretending to be a horse.
His name
It's
is
dressed
horse.
as a horse.
He's dressed as a Pegasus.
But that is only a
So are
horse.
we then going to bring
Dressed
Goras
up
back
as
to
an
the
angel.
material plane?
It's an angel dressed as
Can
a
we do
horse,
that?
dressed as an angel. How
Well,
peculiar.
I mean, he is the chosen one.
That's true.
Bit barbaric.
I don't think he stopped being the chosen one just because he's a horse.
No, he's
Chosen
gonna
horse, yeah.
he's gonna handle this whole other dimension.
He will
thing
never
for us.
stop being the chosen one.
Oh no, you're asking if we could bring him back.
Oh
To the
no.
material plane.
No, that would be quite impossible.
Why? We can drag an entire plane through another plane, stick it
Yes,
in
but-
another plane. Why can't we bring a horse?
Have you ever spit roasted a chicken or a fish?
Why?
Usually you do that because you want to roast it over a fire and eat it. I have noticed this is what civilized
What does
persons
this
do.
have to do with getting a horse to walk through the hole?
It's
when
a
you
simile.
when you when you spit roast a chicken, you put the spit roast through one side of the chicken and it comes out the other side. Ow.
My skeleton's louder than yours.
If you were to grip each end of the spit roast and you asked somebody to take the chicken off, it would not be possible without dismembering the chicken, you see.
Why not just slide it up the spit first?
But you have hands on either side.
So take one hand off, slide the chicken out.
But if you took a hand off that side, the hand would no longer be gripping it.
That's exactly
He
the
doesn't
point.
understand analogies.
I think if we take a hand off, we delete a plane of
Yes,
existence.
exactly that is what I
Wait,
was
Okay.
These
trying to
people don't
predict.
know what a
Meaning
planet is, but
ours
they do
or
know
where
what spit
Gorax
roasting a chicken
currently
is.
is.
Yeah, the chosen one was chosen to be spit roasted by an entire plane.
No, the chosen one got in trouble because this pussy ran like a bitch.
Oh, wait. There can't be more than one chosen
Or
one.
it was predicted.
No, that's why it's the chosen
Well, it
one.
wasn't predicted. He
It's
was
not the
just-
chosen two.
So him being on the search for the chosen one just means go find Goras again?
Well, we were looking to find a replacement, but then Goras would have stopped being the chosen one.
But you just said he can't.
Oh, he can't. No, not at this
The
point.
fish only has like 70% of the correct data.
Seems so.
Okay, so
That's
if Goras can't stop
quite a
being the
compliment.
chosen one, why didn't you just send him to go find Goras?
Because Goras is a horse.
It was a riddle.
Goras is not here.
The real chosen one was the chosen one all along.
It led me to all of you and going on this crazy deal. So like, I think it
No,
worked.
you see, if Goras is somewhere else, he's the chosen one there. He can never stop to be the chosen one. If you had another chosen one here, they would still be the chosen one because he's here and not over there. You don't understand.
Then we'd have a third hand for the spit.
Why aren't we killing these two?
Exactly. But we don't.
Is there a reason we're not killing both of these
Because
idiots?
then we'd end infinite other lives that are probably innocent.
Yeah, that doesn't really solve anything to kill them.
Well, it stops them from talking.
So does sending them to the place we can't ever get to.
I thought you were sending them to another dimension.
I brought that up and nobody seemed to bite, so.
Oh, I thought we were doing that.
We are. We're just taking the rest of the plane with them instead of just sending one
This
guy.
is-
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we could try something just one guy. I'm down for that.
Now let's just do the hook thing. We got the hook.
You have a way
Well,
to do
because if
that.
we just send
When
the
you
one
gonna
guy,
hook
there's a
it
chance
to?
the entire plane is gonna leak out
the
into our
reason-
world
We're gonna
as it
fish
is.
up the entire ocean.
No, you're going to fish infinity.
Yeah. Now that's what I was chosen to do.
Yes.
But can you send someone to another plane? So
Yes.
Well, that would be handy.
I mean, I've never done it, but I just have this weird feeling I can do that.
I wouldn't trust it.
Maybe she would like to ring the bell.
No,
You're sure?
I'm sure.
It's the
Oh,
pretty.
that's a good
We're
point,
gonna,
actually.
It would
we're
be
gonna
so much
shove her up
quieter.
Goras's ass first.
Wait,
That'll keep her quiet.
that would be a great option, though. Yeah, just give him the bell.
But that doesn't stop the dreaming from leaking into our world.
They might.
No, it's
There's a
all
cascade
Okay,
effect.
what is the danger? We go back and forth between the two all the time.
because if one whole thing enters ours, it is just a flood of bodies that eventually crushes and kills everybody.
Yeah, that won't do.
Again, according to whom?
A tsunami of
Infinity.
I think that's what would happen, says the cookie.
The cookies
think
never steer us wrong.
basically every powerful person we've talked to has said that same thing.
Pretty sure we should just give the cookie the bell
The cookie has no hands.
and let him. He could be turned into a cookie, turned into something with a hand. Let him ring the damn bell.
I'm surprised he doesn't already have a hand.
Yeah, human hands with a cookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the chips are shaped
It's a
like.
gingerbread
Well, the
man with
chips are all
human
going to open
hands.
up. and
Ooh,
become
that's a
eyes.
good idea.
All the chips are actually eyes. They just haven't opened yet.
They are twinkling.
Each chip will open up into a mouth and it will devour itself.
We're just gonna go send everything to Goraz and let it be his problem. He deserves it.
Poor Goras.
No, don't feel bad for him.
Dude, why don't we just send everything to Antonin? It's his fault.
We don't know where he is.
He's where the bell is. I mean, he's where the bell
we've
leads.
got. Yeah.
We
That
have
is
a
true.
one-way door to Antonin.
You have a one-way
I
door
think
to
you
him
were
and a goddess that can
explicitly
point
told
back.
it goes to the astral plane.
Yeah, I think the goddess checked on him or something.
I don't know where the hell
Still
that is.
Out there. Vibing.
Vibing, yeah, probably.
If this doesn't work, it's always an option.
I mean, if it doesn't work, we just start hitting things until everything shuts up.
So here's what I'm worried about with the whole.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan. You were going to talk for a couple minutes and we were going to hit things.
Yeah, but the points that brought up were pretty good. So
I think so.
here's what I'm worried about with the whole pulling one plane for another thing is if it goes wrong, we've effectively just done the thing we were trying to avoid by pulling the dreaming into the material plane,
I
right?
don't think it'll be pulled into our plane if it doesn't work.
Well, we have to pull it through the material plane according
Exactly.
to this plan, to then pull it into another plane where Goras is but can't somehow walk out even though he's standing right there.
He's a horse.
Well, I think we're pouring it through Goras, so we'd have to turn inside out.
It's gonna come out
Why does it have
Goraz's
to go through
ass.
the material plane?
Why does it have to
It's
go
gonna
through
go to his
Goras?
ass.
I think he has the hole.
Goraz is
Why
a
does it
hole.
have to go through material plane?
Because apparently we have to go through the material plane to get to Goras. I don't know why.
The hole to the astral plane is in the material
Oh.
plane. Yeah.
That's where the president
Apparently it's
imagined it all.
Goras's horse's ass as a whole. I
Yeah,
guess
exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
With a spit in it. I'm kind of confused at this point.
Goras is the spleen. It's very important.
Yes.
Can we drag
Well,
it
that's
through
just
the
the
mansion
thing.
on the way to the hole?
I don't think that helps. I think it just.
No, but that way
You
if
could take
there's
the
a
mansion with you.
Well,
that way
no.
if there's a problem, it leaks into the mansion and not the material world.
No, we still have to bring it apparently through the material world to get to Goras.
Yeah, but could we bring it through the mansion first? Like,
But then we still have to bring it through the material
I
plane.
know, but that way if there's a problem, it'll happen in the mansion and before it reaches the material world.
The butler speaks up and says, I think it would just explode. If something were to go wrong, it would probably leak. I don't know where it would leak,
Why
but
don't we just take the leak to the planet with the damn, weird ass.
Because
Creatures.
that's part of our plane and it's
Well,
not
yeah, but let it just
infinite
go.
enough.
Not big enough.
Oh, it's far enough away.
I
Our
suggested
plane
that
isn't big
first.
enough. It would swallow us and all our planets. As I'm told.
Yeah, according to nobody who's ever seen this happen.
I fucking hope not.
The fish saw it in a dream or something.
I see many things in a dream, including that,
and
yes.
Yeah, you just think about things and then, oh, it's a prediction.
I have also seen things involving apples and turnips you would not believe.
I'm still liking the bell option best. I think that's the least risk.
What?
You give the cookie the bell. Just let him ring it.
Yeah, but then the dreaming is still gonna leak into our world.
Yeah, that just gets rid of him.
Supposedly.
Not.
That's the reason we weren't just
Well, if
killing the
everything
chair.
like cascades
I
from
thought the whole point was just to
It was
save
just
the
the
dream.
Neverborn that were cascading from him, not the whole dreaming.
Well, good, then he cascades someplace else.
if
That's
you were
the whole
magically
plan.
transported somewhere else.
Yes.
Cookie. Would the dreaming go with you probably, or would it stay?
I don't think it would, no.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why that's why we need the hook.
Gotcha.
It's possible, but I don't think so.
I think you
That-
just
that's
start
the-
creating
So why-
more dreaming wherever he end up.
Why is it that if we kill you, the dreaming disappears, but if we just put you somewhere far away, the dreaming stays?
I think the dreaming would disappear if I was gone. It would just dissolve into nothingness.
That's why
If there
he
was
was
not
Not
a...
what you want.
That's why
Which
he
is
needs to
not
go
what I
with him.
want to know.
Yeah, it wouldn't go with him. He'd just make a new one wherever he
Okay.
was. And if we kill him,
Then
he
it
gets
sounds
to leave.
just so much easier, just get rid of the damn cookie.
That would be the easiest option, but we wouldn't be killing one.
I am not even
Infinite
convinced
people.
that that's easier than just going a place and having this dude fish one more time.
I'm just worried about the risk of that one, but it does seem like it
It
has
seems much simpler just to
our
destroy
only
the
chance.
cookie.
Yeah.
But if we destroy the cookie, everybody living in the dreaming dies.
Well,
Hey,
everyone.
Who do we know
on
that
the-
lives in the dreaming?
The
Well,
butler,
the cookie was very concerned about it.
The butler doesn't live in the dreaming. The butler lives in my mansion.
which is part of the dreaming.
A plane head.
No, we've been through this many times. It is independent of the dreaming.
Yeah, but he said he would cease to exist
We had to
if
go
the dreaming
through the
disappeared.
dreaming.
The
Yes,
butler
I
said-
do not live in the dreaming, but I would cease to exist if the dreaming ceased to exist. As I am, in fact, a dream. However, Master, if that is what you desire, that is...
You can't kill
And we're
the butler.
basing
What I
all
am
of this
happy
on
to-
something a cookie told us.
No, something the fish told us.
And the butler.
And the cookie.
The fish, the cookie, and the butler.
How fast do you think
God.
the tsunami of meat would take
See,
over?
what's finally happened, I finally drank it
Instantaneously, I assume,
Okay, that's-
says the
that's
cookie.
pretty fast.
Hallucinatory.
So I was thinking if we try to fish this plane into the other plane that starts
Yes.
going wrong, we just kill the cookie. But if it's instantaneous when it goes wrong, that's a little hard.
I think when the meat has begun, killing me will make a little matter.
If you die, how long does it take for the dreaming to disappear?
Oh, I don't know. Potentially millennia.
Okay,
Potentially moments.
so that's not good. It's not helpful.
I don't even.
I'm not sure how time moves.
Well, if
in
it
the
happens to
other words.
leak into
Okay,
or
is there
begin
anything that we
leaking into
need out of
our
the
world,
mansion?
we need some kind of kill switch.
I don't think so.
I mean, we can just start stabbing the meat
You could, yes.
and like push it back.
Well, it sounded like it could
what
be
meat?
instantaneous.
The meat that spills into our world.
When all
Meat
of the
spilling into our world?
I don't know.
when all of the Neverborn become born, they will have bodies.
They will
An
become
infinite
meat.
amount of flesh will take over the universe instantaneously.
And we just push.
They're a bunch of incompetent tools that we kill in like 30 seconds.
Exactly. We
There's
just
a
start
lot.
stabbing and have the goddess like seal the hole or whatever.
None of these people have been right yet with a damn thing they've said. Every one of them's lied to us.
Is there any kind of like shield the goddess can put around where we're operating to keep it out if it
And now we're
leaks.
back to his girlfriend.
We go fishing and the entire shield just fills up.
Meat bubble.
Can she do that?
She has been silent this entire time.
Has she been watching? It's just like
She's been
standing in the
listening.
corner.
She can't look into the dreaming.
Yeah, so like you just like shield it
I could try.
and seal the hole that we're pulling shit through.
If
You
all
just-
you're saying is mortals would start coming through, I
Why don't we
can
just
end
put the
them,
cookie
yes.
in the mansion?
Well, but can you create like a
Infinitely.
bubble around the?
Because
Place
when the
where we're-
dreaming was still leaking.
I find it very hard to believe there'd be infinite mortals.
Why is that a problem?
I'm sure I can
Because
eat
it'll
all
kill
of them.
everyone. Let's include. You won't get any profit out of all the dead people.
Yes, they don't even know
There
if
won't
this is
even
going
be.
to
The
happen.
casino's gonna be crushed.
But
by
they don't even know if this will happen.
Yeah, but do we want to risk that?
We
We
risk
wanted to see
everything
if the
every
world
time I've
ends.
been walking around.
Why don't we take the risk that's more fun and potentially has a chance of success?
God help me.
It'll be fine. She'll make a bubble.
Yes.
It'll be perfect.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll throw.
We
Can you
have-
make a funnel instead?
I'm just gonna go sit in the corner and watch you fools blow shit up.
You sit in the corner of the void.
It mysteriously has a corner.
It does.
I'll find a corner. Somewhere.
Somehow you find a corner. It's weird, but you immediately look for one, you immediately find one, and you sit there.
The cookie graciously creates you a corner.
It doesn't even. That's the weird part.
I mean, there's another option, which is we just go back, kill every god in existence, and protect only the dreaming to continue existing as it is.
I don't like that option.
Then the problem is the Neverborn will still continue to.
Yeah, we'll just keep
So then we
slapping.
kill you, and then all the Neverborn.
Then all the dreaming die.
All right.
And then we will be the only beings in existence. We will
That's
be the
plan
gods,
B.
The gods of a desolate nothingness.
You can make more, I'm sure.
I mean, the material plane, for what it's worth, is still full of people. Just not like the 6 cities we've been to, and everything between them.
Yeah, like half a continent maybe has been wiped clean. There's still both lots of people probably on your planet, and there's lots of other planets.
Casino Land is still populated.
There's people in the ocean who I'm sure are not dead.
And crabs.
And crabs. There are a lot of crabs.
The crabs need to go.
That's debatable.
Well, we could send the crabs to that other.
Be
planet.
careful, they live in my bloodstream.
Yeah, they started
like
being
They're listening at all times.
They started being microparasites, and that's just not a good evolutionary tract.
Those are just your crabs.
I don't have crabs, I'm immune.
You have so many crabs you don't know about.
Literally immune.
At some chain of the evolutionary process in this world, instead of cytokines, they were just tiny crabs.
See, you're only immune if you choose to define them
So,
in a way that you could be immune.
am I going on one last big fishing trip then? Is that the
Yes.
plan?
Goddess,
I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting over there.
zoop us out to the material plane and send us to this fucking hole.
I don't know where the hole is, but ring the
Fish
bell
will
and I'll
tell
take
you
you.
where it is. Fish, where's hole?
You were there. You ran away from it, bitch.
Take us to the fishing hole.
The fish moves towards Agoras and just like smooshes up against. Sorry, not Goras, Pimrin.
One of those
Smooshes, smooshes up against Pimrin.
Goras has been the horse.
When you are taken, I will
and
be
I've
taken
been
with
riding
you.
on the whole time.
And then I will be your guide into the next world.
All right, sounds good.
That wasn't ominous at all.
Whichever one of you, the goddess says, has my bell, please ring my bell, because otherwise I don't know where to grab.
Don't ring
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong.
the other bell though.
I know.
Roll for ringing the wrong bell.
Shut up.
You grab the right bell, you ring it.
You accidentally ring the blue guy bell again. Where did that fucking come from?
Are any of you going to... Would any of you try to, like, take the cookie with you?
Nah.
Nah, that sounds like a bad idea.
It may be a bad
Just
idea.
You should not be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Born.
he's supposed to be fished in through the thing.
We don't want to born the cookie.
A tremendously powerful hand grabs each of you. It feels as though it's crushing each of your bones as it rips you through all these layers of
So are
reality.
we gonna kill the cookie once we get to the other side?
Maybe.
No,
Okay.
You immediately wake up.
Yeah.
Your bones are perfectly fine. You're in the material world. There is a
Bad dream. I just had pimp.
there is a small goldfish flopping. There's a small goldfish flopping on Pimrin's arm.
Oh,
You should probably put that in some water, goddamn.
Blop, blop, blop,
How do you
it
feel
says.
about infinite blood soup?
Blop, 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 it says.
Please don't. We don't need to fuck up our one guideline by making it infinite grass blood.
You should turn that into your secret recipe.
I bet that fish is delicious.
It is a unique fish. I mean, what more special fish could you ever hope to
Like
catch?
The forbidden
infinite fish, infinite forbidden godfish soup.
Ooh.
You
That's a great
invent
recipe.
goldfish crackers.
And that's the end of the campaign. We do not address any of the other consequences.
Goldfish just take over the
Since when
world.
have there been consequences for us?
Does the fish seem like it's...
It does seem to be gasping for air a little bit.
Are we near water?
I got ale.
Fish. Where were we? Like the fucking orphanage or something?
You were.
Look, I have
Yes,
my,
you were near the orphanage from the beginning of the game.
I have my original
Yeah.
tankard of plenty, and I have
Yes.
a water skin. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
do that, and then... Well, I guess that's still infinite. Do we want to put the fish in the infinite water?
Well, that's just a tankard. It's not that special. And the fish is not a moisture,
excuse
so
me.
it shouldn't duplicate.
Tankard is my lifeline to dealing with you.
Thankfully, the fish does not drown yet.
I put the fish in the tankard of infinite water.
Okay.
Hopefully that's good.
This is the fish. It seems to be happy.
Don't drink that.
I assume we're at the hole. Where are we?
Ask the fish where the hole is. It's
Back
supposed
to
to
the
guide you.
orphanage.
The
Okay.
goddess is there, and she says, "So,
Sorry, I've only played in this place once.
I
Well, that's right.
can sense terribly incredible power within that goldfish. You have.
It may or may not be infinite at this moment.
I see.
We're gonna throw it into a different reality. You don't have to worry about it.
And so that is your ticket to
So
finding
where's the hook?
this hole.
Right here.
Oh,
You pull the line out of your bag. You try to grab the hook. All you can find is the line. It seems to be infinitely long.
I think the hook may be
I
in
reach
the
the other
dream
side.
still.
You find a big old tangled handful of line.
Huh. Let's pull it out.
It. The goddess reaches out.
do we need to go back?
No,
I
I think
find a damn hook.
I think the hook is in the dreaming.
Oh, and we throw this in that side. Oh.
The goddess reaches into the water, grabs the fish in her hand, looks up in the sky, and just throws it.
Oh, whoop.
Oh, we're pulling a Minecraft.
Does it float off and then drop to the ground?
It just streaks into the sky.
Screaming.
I hope it got a nice deep breath of infinite water before it...
Oh, it doesn't need that. Not anymore.
Alright, so that direction then, I guess?
Yes, that's where it wanted to go. That is where I sent it.
Well, take us that way, I guess.
You all just levitate in the air, and then at speeds approaching the speed of light, you just jettison off into the atmosphere and beyond. And then you are past the speed of light.
We're blasting off again.
You are following this goldfish through space. You see below you for the briefest fraction of a second, the very clearly flat circle of your planet receding below you.
Fuck you.
You see the stars whizzing by, you see other worlds whizzing by.
It's the plane it.
Okay, where the hell are we going?
Very occasionally, some little bit of particulate matter punctures through your body and creates an incredible explosion of energy behind you, but the goddess repairs your body.
Ow. Ow.
It doesn't feel great.
We didn't have to go that far to where Gora's,
Apparently it's somewhere else
Was.
out here. I don't know.
You, after a stretch of time, which may have just been a few moments or, hundreds of thousands of years, you see a very bright point of light in the far distance that as you get closer has the strange effect of inverting all the light around you. The blackness of the void of space becomes a blinding white, and all of the stars become little points of black. The bit that you're hurtling towards is the deepest black of all. And as you come right up against it, you suddenly freeze in place.
We're in Carcosa. Let's go.
The fish is hovering just at the edge of this black pit in space. The goddess reaches out and flicks the fish through.
Was that the king in yellow? Is that who I fished up all those years ago?
I haven't the slightest idea who that is.
Huh.
Well, through you go.
Start throwing the line in.
Something catches onto the end of the line and starts slurping it from your backpack.
I set the backpack down.
Yeah.
Back away.
Your backpack explodes as the line is pulled faster and faster out.
Delete all your items.
The goddess frowns and she points her finger at everything and pulls it all back together and reforms the backpack around it. But the line is now being dragged from just this gigantic knot of line through the hole from what is just a sourceless pit of line in the middle of this bundle. She says, well, that went well, I suppose. It's so goodness, it's still going.
It's kind of like reverse fishing. Like I'm forcibly putting our catch somewhere else instead of pulling it to me.
I think you're helping Gorath fish.
Oh, I see.
I suppose that may be a good way of putting it.
You know what they say, you fish for someone, you feed him for a day. You teach a horse to fish through its ass, you get a whole reality.
That is what they say.
I've heard that one before, I think, yeah.
Thank God that's been recorded.
Whatever's through there it's very similar to the dreaming in that I cannot see, I cannot feel a shred of it. Perhaps if one of you were to go through and pray I could hear, but I think that would
fuck
be the extent of it. This is your last chance. If any of you would like to go into wherever that is, otherwise I am taking us all back.
I'm gonna shove Oshit
You are not.
as hard as I can towards the hole.
You are in space, so
You would get shoved just the other direction.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
you can
I'll get lost in
give
space.
me.
without a song.
You can both give me athletics at disadvantage, please.
How are you going to shove? That would require you to be able to be
Just-
grounded against something for you to push that away.
He's got long arms.
I got a horse.
You got nothing.
I got a horse.
Yes, but your horse isn't grounded on anything.
It's fine, he's an angel.
If you do this, all
We're
you're
in the
going
material
to
plane now.
accomplish is nothing. You have to be able to generate force, which requires you to be grounded.
While we slow motion watch them pushing each other towards the edge, or just see Pimrin diving off in the background.
So Lyra is explaining how physics work to
I couldn't explain
9
anything to this
as
dipshit.
Pimrin is flying through the void.
Just gotta try it once.
What'd you get?
2.
What did 9 get?
A 1 + 9?
You reach out and push. You both go in separate directions for just a second. And the goddess goes, no! No!
Get in there, god damn it!
I repeat, does anybody want to go in?
Pimrin's already fallen into the hole.
Are you going through?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a die
Should
for
I
it to see
banish him to another plane,
Awesome.
or should I save that?
Pimrin sails through
So save it
the dark pit
Yeah.
in the void.
based
It's
on what?
charisma.
Yeah, no bother.
He feels the strangest sensation
He's not gonna
as he
fail.
passes through. Like, everything that he ever knew was...
You're leaving me here with that dipshit.
An,
The fuck is wrong?
an incomprehensible, very silly dream that could have never had any basis in reality. And then he is falling from the sky, a gloriously brilliant white sky, to a very bright orange ground below.
Don't see a horse.
You do not see a horse.
Sent in Nevada.
You you see you see the largest Bass Pro Shop you have ever seen in your life.
Shaped like a pyramid.
Yes. You slam into a grassy ground.
Dead!
The impact that should have killed you many times over does not hurt in the slightest.
My bones.
But the impact wipes out all existence.
Cool. cool. I guess the ground's soft here. That's good.
You open your eyes and you see a cookie lying on the ground next to you. It is a very familiar looking cookie.
Hello. Kill it, kill it.
It does not speak.
I pick it up.
You pick it up.
I throw it like a frisbee.
It sails gracefully into the grass in the far distance.
Got some good distance on it. Do I see like anything in the distance around?
You see a large cloud of dust from where you landed. It is a very orange dust. Yes. And as the dust begins to clear, you start to see the buildings of a familiar street around you, which you did not see at all as you were flying down towards the surface. It is familiar in that it is a street where there was relatively recently a duel between a Nine and a guy who thought he was like just this really cool bounty hunter dude. And then Nine shot him in the face. However, you're having a really hard time remembering what shooting in the face could possibly mean. Because whatever you would use to shoot somebody in the face could never exist outside of a dream. Along with a whole bunch of other things that until about 10 seconds ago you were very sure were real.
Hit him with mind bullets. Pointed his hand. And went,
Very likely.
boom.
And this begins Pimrin's new life in this new world, which contains quite a lot of the dreaming, but changed.
Excellent. Pimrin's gonna find the chosen one. That's his new goal. He even remembers that. It was his ultimate fate.
I'm gonna find that damn horse.
Exactly.
Go up to every stable. So, sir, what are you looking for? The chosen one? What?
A horse? The president of magic, perhaps.
The rest of you are returned to the surface of your planet. Well, says the goddess. Did it work?
That depends. Is this plane fucked?
Doesn't feel like it. Feels pretty much exactly the same as it was before we left. Not sure how I carried us all that way, by the way. I don't think my power was meant to extend beyond this planet. I suppose it must have been that fish's doing.
I have
It
to.
felt right in the moment.
Ready to take the key for the
Yes.
dreaming. Stick it in the ground. See what
You
happens.
chunk it into the dirt.
Well, that's bad.
No, that's good.
That's
No,
good.
that's bad.
Why?
Because it means wherever that just went to, we can't get to.
No, that's
You
good.
still have me, sir, says your butler, sword. So the
What's that got to
mansion
do with
must
the dream?
remain.
What's that got to do with getting back to the dreaming?
We
I don't think it has anything to do with it, sir. I suppose there's a smallest possibility the portal within the mansion still works. I wouldn't count on it, though.
You don't need to go to the dreaming anymore. It's over there.
Yeah, but we just left Pimrin there.
Fuck him.
From my vantage, it seemed that he entered willingly. I don't
Yeah,
think there was
he's-
any leaving involved.
There was fighting at the group in the background. Pimrin was just standing there.
He must go now. His people need him.
Exactly. He's following the fish and the chosen one.
He died doing what he loved.
I don't think he died.
Man, Goraz got
lived
drank
through it
and
like
he
a
didn't
dog.
even die. He just got horsed.
Maybe we'll just assume that Pimrin is also a horse now.
He left for
Very
another
likely.
dimension.
I didn't say whether he could have been a halfling and also a horse.
True.
He could have just
A
been like a
half-horse.
pony.
A half tar.
Half minotaur, half halfling.
No, centaur. What the fuck?
I forgot which creature was which.
Wow.
I prefer to think he's a horse that isn't like small. It's just short. It's just
Yes.
scaled.
It's like a munchkin cat, but a horse.
It claps its hooves together and starts floating.
It still has a fishing rod somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, fuck Pimrin. Alright.
Now I'm stuck with you.
And that.
If one of you had to fall through this thing, why wasn't it you?
The real tragedy is that you all lost the goblet of infinite grass.
Yeah. With it, Goras can repopulate the world. Goras, why do I keep saying Goras? I couldn't even remember Goris's name like a month ago, and now I can't remember that your name is Pimrin. Yes.
Please don't pour
Well,
that
yeah, but it's
halfling
not
grass
just
soup
okay.
into
It's
the
not
new
just the
plate.
infinite chalice. You were holding about 90% of what the party's ever found.
In Middle Earth,
Well,
the halfling grass
not in
is
terms
the
of
good
gold
stuff.
and stuff. I got the
Oh, no.
chalice.
No, but you had all the interesting things that ever.
I think I didn't take all that much.
Well, no, I kept handing you things.
I had the chalice. I had the bouncy ring.
Which was just
That's
a ring that doesn't want to be worn that you started using inappropriately. I mean, he was poor. He didn't have anything.
Yeah, whenever the parties reward stuff, everyone was like, I don't do that shit.
Goraz had all the interesting things.
Yes, Goras had all the interesting things, that's true.
Well, that means Ashid has all the interesting things, because I know I wouldn't have handed shit to you.
Could be Ashes.
Asha has a couple bells at least.
I kept taking shit.
I took the flail, but then that turned back into your butler.
I hope it never goes in reverse again, says the sword butler. I didn't enjoy being a flail. Having bits of yourself just jangling around, being unable to talk.
He just doesn't want to be a dad.
Rage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the milk, son. Turns back into a sword, never comes back. Left his son in an infinite man soup goblet. Like, it's just irresponsible.
Very fair.
As is leaving anything in Pimrin's care.
Pimrin takes a good care of things. When does he not taking good care of things?
Well, there was that one time he was in charge of a kitchen and everyone turned into a cannibal.
That's true. I did try to feed people some
They were really on their way there before he showed up.
undead fish at one point. I did do that.
But that was nourishing.
That's true. It was a specialty dish. Yeah.
Indeed. I would imagine there are cultures in the real world that would pay good money to eat undead fish if they had the chance.
So, now that the dreaming is no longer a problem,
It wasn't a problem.
It was potentially a future problem.
it was going to be one. Now the gods can just wake up and nothing will be different.
Yes, says the goddess.
So all the other things we did were useless.
No. Because they couldn't have woken up if we didn't kill the saints.
According to the saints.
According to the history of the gods not waking up until the saints started getting picked off. At which point they just started fucking waking up. That's just like observed cause and effect. Even the blue guy said that he wanted that for that reason and then ate a god.
You really do put a lot of faith in the things that people who chronically lie to you say to you.
I put a lot of faith in the things that I literally saw happen.
You haven't seen a single god wake up.
Literally.
You have no idea if that one woke up or was always bopping around.
Hello.
Shut up.
He
You're
literally
90% of the problem.
basically punched her awake.
Yeah,
Good morning.
I went there.
Y'all fill his head with a bunch of horse shit, and then I end up having to kill things.
What do you mean having to? You start every day trying to kill everything you run into.
No, I try every day to take over property. So work.
Well, the dreaming was a massive threat to all property.
Yeah, I mean,
You haven't had a job in a while.
No.
Oh, you know,
Not since I got the infinite
Ever
ruby
since-
maker, it
since
doesn't
you,
really matter
you
any
saved the
longer.
world, you should go around telling people that they wouldn't have a business if you didn't save it. And so you
You
should.
don't.
It seemed to work for the monster hunters pretty well.
Yeah, they just collect money from them.
he has infinite diamonds, rubies, or whatever. I mean, they explode, so I think that depreciates them in value a
That
little
makes
bit.
them a volatile
I just
currency.
don't tell the people they explode.
I think they'll find out.
That when people complain, you just say that sounds like a you problem.
You know, what the fuck you do to my ruby?
The ruby
You broke it, you buy
emporium.
it.
They only
It was
explode if they
fine when I
feel fear
gave
in
it
your
to
heart.
you. Mhm.
Well, just go open your fucking ruby business adjacent to the casino or whatever, and you're just done. You don't gotta worry about shit anymore.
No, I'm leasing that out to the cultists here who have not produced a single
I haven't
shrine.
had time, man. I've been busy.
standing around confused about literally everything that's happened, doing nothing to help, and then just sort of
absorbing drugs.
yeah.
Someone has to.
No. In fact, it'd be better if literally no one did. I mean,
You speak for yourself.
look at that.
I have to imagine that those who are left in the world will be very happy there are drugs to go around, given everything that has recently happened in the world.
Yeah, but regular drugs already existed. Everyone who takes Oshit's drugs dies horrifically.
But Oshit hasn't, usually tried to make drugs that aren't just going to horrifically kill people.
Do we not have one more
Yeah.
saint to go kill?
Yes, but nobody knows where he is.
That'll just make them wake up faster. They're already waking. It's
Isn't,
fine.
isn't that just your butler?
Nah, it's a
Essentially,
guy
yes.
dreaming the butler. I think that would kill your butler.
Oh, it would if you did. If that is what my master requires, that is.
So
what
screw
would-
that, I guess.
It's the wanderer, but now the prisoner. Or whatever,
Yes.
Yeah, all that.
Might as well keep the butler.
He's the wanderer / prisoner / butler.
I mean, I don't
What?
care if the gods wake up faster.
What is it that you want, master? Do you want to kill my other self, or would you prefer to retain
No,
my
I
services?
just thought that was the last thing we were supposed to be doing. But then we kind of got off course with this whole other shit. So.
I think we would have had to do this other shit after doing that anyway. We just sort of didn't advance the clock. That would have made it happen faster.
We can adjust time.
Huh?
We
No.
can change time.
If we'd killed the other guy, the dreaming would have been a problem sooner. So we didn't, and bought ourselves time. And now it's just irrelevant.
I wouldn't say it's irrelevant.
I mean, not to you, but like,
Well, you are my. Collectively, my cultists, so it's sort of your problem.
you can wait. You literally
prefer
said
not
you
to.
could.
I prefer not to at this point. It doesn't seem like there's anything more pressing
Like,
at
just,
the moment. I'd like to get all this wrapped up.
I mean, it's pretty wrapped up. He's a prisoner where?
Yes,
By
that's the
who?
question.
Who is a prisoner where?
The guy who dreamt your butler. Last saint. He's supposed to be a prisoner, but like, fucking by who at this point, if not even the gods know where he is?
I believe you were told that it was the maiden who
Yeah.
captured him.
Yeah, but
And locked
she's
him up.
dead, so who's
She
locking
is.
him up now?
Well, I
We
don't think
killed
she
her in
was
the
personally
dreaming.
locking him up.
Somebody who may or may not have forgotten the key, maybe. When I say that's from the perspective of the goddess, I suppose, not me.
Yeah, see, that's like, what the fuck do you want us to do about that?
Oh, I'd like you to find him and murder him so that I may take his remaining power.
Yeah, where?
Yes, I need you to go find.
You realize every time we kill something, we absorb the power, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
You're not getting it.
And that's not even voluntary. That's not even like a threat from us to you. That's an observation of what happens. I think that.
So
might
what
be
you'll
our
need to
god
do
power,
is
it's
you'll
just
need to
slurping.
you'll just need to find him and I will do the killing and the drinking and the absorption.
Theoretically, that would work, but again, where like fucking.
Well, yes, I need you to go find.
You should.
You-
you
there's
should
like
finish up the
3 of
special-
us.
Okay, do we need this one any longer, or should we just kill this one? Does this one serve a purpose for us anymore?
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
I mean, you're under contract, so.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about contracts. But they can teleport us pretty good. I feel like they could zoop us somewhere.
Well, she's gonna have to
Just keep-
zoop us away from here because
Just keep randomly rolling. the
Where are we here?
teleportation.
exactly why we need to be zooped away.
Oh no, where are we?
Where
I mean, zooping Asha probably wouldn't do much because Asha could just walk
When
to a tree.
we came back from our little journey, where did we come back to? Back to the orphanage?
Probably.
You came back to the orphanage.
Oh, okay.
No, so
The ruins of the orphanage
Yeah,
that were blown up by a gunman.
I think we're good. Hey, you know we can kill you.
No, not if we're under contract. He could.
I'm not.
If he has the possibility, it's possible at least for him.
Yeah, you want to try something real quick?
What's that?
So if I stab you and we're under contract so I can't kill you, does that just like not hurt?
I think you just wouldn't be able to move your arm.
I'm gonna give that a shot.
Okay, can you make
With
me
fair warning that I'm going to try. We're gonna test this contract thing real quick.
Here we go.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please, at disadvantage? The goddess isn't trying to dodge.
I got
the
a
goddess-
natural 20.
Yes.
Let me get the dice roll.
You feel something shatter inside your head as you just you just kind of twitch for a moment, and then you roll damage, please.
I wasn't even necessarily trying to hurt that much, but I'm gonna.
You can count that as a crit.
God, I just rolled max damage. So that's 16 plus 10, 26, and because it's a crit, I'm gonna smite. With my only level 4 spell slot, which I can use banishment, by the way. Fuck, that's 2d8 plus 1d8 per thing above 1. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, double. So that's another 10d8. What am I at already?
I don't know.
Max damage? I'm at 26 plus 10d8.
Is she a fiend or undead?
No.
I'm writing it down for time to bring up residual.
It's 10d8.
Also, I have 2
I'm gonna get
attacks.
76 on the sneak attack.
You just do the first attack.
Oh, it's incredible.
Are you ready, Ash? Time to go.
No, we'll see. This wasn't even necessarily.
Oh no, if you're attacking her, it's going on. That's the signal.
Yeah, it's like fishing.
Yeah, she's getting a little uppity, I guess. I don't think I have. Wait.
The campaign ends by 9 killing the only remaining god.
Almost by accident.
I forget what Mage Slayer does. Does that do anything?
Mage Slayer is when somebody casts a spell, you get to make an attack of opportunity against them. Is that
I
right?
think they have disadvantage on concentration checks you cause as well. or
Gotcha.
something. I don't know if it's damage.
Oh, wait, I also get an extra 1d8 radiant a hit.
True.
When a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your action to make a melee weapon attack. When you damage a creature that's concentrating, they have disadvantage on the saving throw. You have advantage on saving throws against spells cast by creatures within 5 feet
So
of
does
you.
that 1d8 get doubled as well?
Yep.
Oh goody.
Paladin crits are insane.
And you one hit. They got us.
45.
Are you doing a banishing smite?
If I can.
You can. I know that's not normally how it works, but you can.
Ooh. So that would.
It deals an extra 5d10 force damage,
It's a 10d10.
so an extra 10d10.
I mean, how much health does it have after 45 damage? Plus
Let's roll it.
6.
If you used a DM screen, that would just be on the back of it. I know it's
So
not.
you're
the way it
at
normally works, but
71
you can.
plus 10d10 now. For
Where's my d10?
there's not going to be much left for me to hit.
How many times did I roll?
5.
Well, I'm at 25.
You're doing perfectly normal.
That's 10.
42.
It's 113 altogether.
So you banish the goddess. You cut her in half. She just looks down at the two halves of her body that are both just sitting there, and they get sucked into the space in between them. She goes, "Oh," and then just disappears.
And
What
we're
are you gonna
safe,
do? Hit me?
we're safe
What are you
until
gonna do, stab
J.J.
me?
Abrams comes and brings her back.
She is now banished to a harmless demiplane for the time you concentrate on the spell, which is 1 minute.
I'm just gonna, like.
You should have just let me kill her.
I think I did.
Just hold your action for when it's concentration.
On the off chance that they're not dead. I can do that again.
You have another 4th level slot?
No, I mean, it won't hurt as much. But when they come back, I can have a ready attack.
Let's see, my death gun no longer works. Because we're not in the dreaming.
Asha, would you like to ready an attack for when the goddess reappears?
Can I plane shift a goddess?
Probably.
Okay, I'll do that.
I think that just sends them away again.
Actually, no.
I can't remember what of my weapons does.
Plane shift is willing
works
creatures.
against these things.
You
and
can
what
use a
does
spell
not.
to banish an unwilling creature
I never
to another
mind.
plane.
You need to hit him with an attack.
But I won't be.
They have to make a saving throw.
I wouldn't be a very
that
good
one.
cult leader if I did that.
You would also have to make a save on your contract. Would you like to do that?
No.
Okay. So are we fast forwarding to the minute of the spell being up?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for this thing to pop back up.
I mean, I don't know. I think I was just trying to prove I can kill them so they
Oh no,
fuck
I'm just
off.
going to try and kill it.
The blood has been spilled.
Are you going to just drop the spell?
Yeah.
Okay. You drop the spell. The goddess reappears. Oh, she says.
Yeah, I mean, I told you.
Yes. That shouldn't have happened. That's not supposed to happen. Soler, are you attacking?
Of course.
All right.
He's already started the fight. So it's time to go.
I'm just gonna become a badger and watch.
What weapon are you using, Soler?
No, the butler sword will start with.
Okay.
Swing the dream of a god
It's
and
gonna be
another
so
god.
weird. Let's see.
What were you the god of again?
That's 27.
I guess the scene.
Lightheadedness at the moment. 27 hits.
So let's see, it's a D8 plus 6. It's 12, and then 76. It's 21, so that's 33.
Right, you take a giant graceful chunk out of the goddess with your attack.
And then I'm going to shoot her with
Ouch.
a lightning gun.
Okay.
Because why not? What's wrong? That's 720. I wish it would default back. 22.
You kill this incarnation of the goddess. Her essence just sort of evaporates.
Did we eat it?
No drink deep.
You do not drink deep.
Well, that's
This is somehow different to other times that you have killed powerful creatures. There is no great surge of power. There's just a feeling of there's like a puff of air and a very loud pop. Neat.
Yay.
Congratulations, Soler. You finished off the goddess. We're gonna end there for tonight.
Alright.
Thank you all for playing.
Thank you for running.
Thank you.
Welcome.
For tonight.
We